Out of all the prop firms that are available in the future space, which one should we go with, and should we trade multiple accounts? We're going to cover that in this video, but before we do, fam, we're live right here on YouTube during pre-market hours, 7:30 a.m. Central to 8:30 a.m. Central. It is a trial run. We're kind of seeing how people like it and the kind of viewership and engagement we get during the pre-market. If not, we can always move it back to the afternoon, but we are live every single day right here on YouTube, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. Also, fam, if you go to the website, link down into the description, tradewithjoey.com, you will see a free day trading course right here. A bunch of different strategies that I use and have used throughout my trading career. Definitely some heavy hitters in this one. A lot of people also use these strategies. I highly recommend you check that out. Also, there is a trading resources site here where you can find the best prop firm deals. Take Profit, Tradify, TickTick, all code JM. Take Profit right now is 50% off lifetime. Tradify is 30% off, and TickTick is also 30% off. So use code JM on either of those, and you can get the best deals possible. Also, highly recommend you sign up for the weekly newsletter. I put out some very value-heavy info in that weekly newsletter. It's things that I have learned and I do throughout the week that I put into a package into a newsletter and send out to you. I'm not going to spam you guys. Not going to send you thousands of emails. Just be 1 or 2 a week that you get from me. So I highly encourage you guys to do that. Also, with that said, if you do want to go straight to a funded account, skip the eval stage, go straight to a funded account. Tradify is running 30% off their plan. Use code JM. You see it at the corner of your screen somewhere down in there. Use code JM to get the best deal there. Fam, with that said, let's get into the video. Speaking of Tradify, here is a direct-to-funded firm that I highly recommend you guys check out. It's one of my favorite direct-to-fundeds, one of my favorite prop firms in general. They pay out super fast. If you guys haven't noticed or seen all over Twitter, when people get payouts, they get paid within minutes, right? Literally in minutes. And that's something every trader loves to see, is if once we can request a payout, bang, it hits our Rise account, bang, hits our bank account the next day. We absolutely love that. The other thing that I really like about this prop firm is that they do take you live, and they have a clear path to live. You're not staying in sim forever. You don't have to wait until the prop firm is like, oh, hey, we're going to go ahead and take you live. Like, they have a clear path to live. Now, they can take you live before if they choose, but there's a clear path, right? I think it's after, what is it, fifth payout that they take you live or something like that. Maybe it's 6th payout, but they do have a clear path to live where you then get your funds transferred into a live account. They do allow up to 5 accounts right now that you can copy trade throughout and get payouts from each of them. Awesome firm. Brett, awesome CEO. He's done a fantastic job. He's prepared for this, prepared this prop firm through over the years before even launching it, and it has constantly adapted to make sure that the prop firm is sustainable, which I truly, truly appreciate. The next one, TickTick Trader, use code JM. They also have direct funded accounts for you to get into. You can trade up to 3 accounts with this firm, and you go live after 6th payouts. And one thing I do like about this is that they have a daily withdrawals. You can withdraw payout frequency anytime. They do have a consistency rule of 20%. You can withdraw from your safety net. End of day drawdowns 5,000. They do have a daily loss limit. It's 2,500. Tradify, I believe, they also have a daily loss limit as well, but that goes away in Tradify once you pass your threshold. But TickTick Trader, very good prop firm, especially in the direct to funded space. They do have evals as well, but I'm a direct to funded guy. I love my direct to fundeds. TickTick and Tradify have both been really great when it comes to those. Now let's talk about Take Profit, because they're in the eval side of things, and this is another prop firm that I really enjoy. You guys probably saw that they did remove the daily loss limit, so you can trade without having to worry about that daily loss limit hitting that and it failing your account. But regardless of that being moved, you should never allow your account to go that low anyways. But Take Profit is also a very good option. They do have some rules that differ in the regular accounts versus the pro accounts. Pro accounts, they do have an intraday trailing drawdown in the pro accounts, but in the regular evals, it's not intraday. Overall, very good option. They are 50% off lifetime. You see the code in the corner of your screen there as well for Take Profit. 50% off lifetime. They do still have the activation fee, but prices have dropped for the accounts moving forward. The next one at the top of the list is obviously TopStep. They are the grandfather of prop firms. They started this whole industry. They were the first to do it back in, what was it, 2010, 2012, something like that. But they were the first ones to do this, and they have constantly evolved over time. They have a clear path to live. You can trade up to 5 accounts. No direct to funded. It is straight to evals. I don't think Michael Patek will ever go to straight to funded. He's probably going to stay with the evals, which is fine. But you can trade up to 5 accounts and copy trade with them and take payouts through all of them. They do have a payout cap now of $5,000 per account. That is a new rule they implemented just recently, but still pretty solid prop firm to go with. Now, there is a prop firm that I have not used yet, but I have heard really good things about is Jay Dunn. His prop firm is called Funded Futures Family. I've heard really great things about this. They pay out. They've been paying out very, very well. They do have Tradify, and I believe you can also manage up to 4 trading accounts with Funded Futures Family. You can copy trade between them all. I've heard really great things. Not used them yet, but I am about to load up on some accounts and to give them a shot. The next one is My Funded Futures. There's also, I have not used My Funded Futures yet. However, again, I have a lot of people in my community that use My Funded Futures, enjoy them. They pay out very, very quickly. Also a pretty solid prop firm from what I have heard from other people. Again, I've not used them, but from what I heard from my community and other people outside of my community, My Funded Futures is a great option to go with. But here's the thing, right? Also, before I get into this next part, I want to say this too. Let's talk Apex for a second, right? I'm not going to get into the details. I'm not going to show the video, this and that, right? Let's talk Apex for a moment. In fact, let's just go to the website here. As you know, Apex has, you can trade up to 20 accounts, right? You know that. Apex also has a lawsuit going on. They have a lot of things happening at once. They're notorious for rules and denying payouts, this and that, right? There is a major lawsuit going on. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about Apex after the video that got released. They are not at the top of my list when it comes to prop firms. They never have been. I've been kind of working through the whole Apex story and trying to get both sides of the stories. I've had some phone calls. I've done my own digging. And trying to get both sides of the story when it comes to Apex, but they are still not at the top that I would recommend. However, I am trying to get an interview with John Skelton to help shed some light on some of this. But as you know, there is a lawsuit. His attorneys probably won't let him do that. But I am trying to get it. He is down to do an interview with me. But we are eventually going to do that to shed some light on some hot topics when it comes to Apex and all the questions that you traders have for them, and we're gonna make that happen for you guys. So stay tuned for that. But moving on, which prop firm should you use? And I think it all comes down to what your risk tolerance is and what's how you trade, right? You know, some of these platforms, they do have intraday trailing drawdown, or they have daily loss limits. It kind of just depends on how you trade and what your overall trading personality is, right? Everybody has their own trading personality. What's your risk tolerance? What can you handle account size wise? What's the payout rules? How long does it take for you to get a payout, right? What's the buffers? There's so many factors that come into all these different prop firms, and really just finding the best one that works for you. Now, I highly recommend that you at least choose a prop firm that has a clear path to live, because you know these people are choosing a route that they are trying to find sustainability inside of their prop firm, right? If they have a clear-cut path to live, they are going to be a sustainable prop firm. And you also see all of these prop firms adapting to become more sustainable in the long haul, which as traders is what we need. Whether the rules are favorable for us traders or not, which a lot of them are not favorable, right? None of us want rule changes. It is favorable for the prop firm or in terms of sustainability. And at the end of the day, that's what we want, right? But take into account how fast they pay out. When do they pay out? How many payouts can you get? Can you copy trade? Is there intraday trailing drawdown? Is there end of day drawdown? What's the buffer sizes? There's so many factors that come into what prop firm you should choose. You really have to consider. Now, for me personally, I recommend just diversifying between prop firms, right? Pick like 2 or 3 prop firms to go trade with. Get a couple of direct funded accounts and one eval account, right? With 3 different prop firms. So like, for example, get, some direct funded accounts with Tradify, get some direct funded accounts with TickTick, get some evals with TopStep or My Funded Futures or Funded Futures Family. Whichever one, right? I always recommend diversifying. Now, keep in mind that trading with prop firm always comes with risks, right? As traders, we have to manage our risk, and trading with prop firms do have risk attached to them. But what matters is if you go with a company who is constantly evolving and wanting to have sustainability and honestly pays their traders. That's what you really want. For me personally, I'm trading with Tradify, TickTick, Take Profit, and TopStep. Those are my 4 big prop firms that I recommend to anybody really, and the ones that I like to use, but that doesn't mean that they're right for you. So again, do your own research, find which prop firm works best for you. And as always, let's have a freaking payday, right guys? If you like this kind of content, smash that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, get more daily content, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.